Sorry about that.
That's it. We'll call the study session to order at 6:02 p.m. here. The purpose of the study session today was for discussion of the sign that had been tabled at the last meeting in the DDA district for the West Jefferson and Elm Street parking lot. Since then, I know we've gotten feedback from council and our DDA director, Angela, has put some work into this and had further discussions and done some research and has some options and updates for us here. So, Angela, I'll turn it over to you if you want to get started here.
Yeah, so after the last city council meeting and getting some feedback from you all, I decided to go back to all of the sign companies and ask them to provide a non-digital sign option, as well as a range of different prices and designs to kind of get an idea. We did have a DDA meeting last Thursday, so I also presented this to the Trenton DDA board. They were okay not having a digital sign. They were okay just a plain sign. So 3 different designs were presented, and they all loved, I don't know if Debbie, if you had the picture.
Oh, yeah,
So this is the sign the Trent DDA board supported and liked. It is $12,000, so it's half of even the original digital sign, which was closer to $30,000. It will have kind of like the nice wood stone look. Welcome to downtown Trenton, and there is options to put almost wayfinding kind of things, like Elizabeth Park this way, Rotary Park that way as well. We can add to that. So that's what the Trent DDA board liked the best out of all.
So, does anyone have any questions from council here? Councilman Perugia.
Hi, on that last, the one that you said they approved, I was having a conversation with Emily, and I was just wondering, was there consideration of like being able to like hook up a sign that says like street fair, Christmas parade, whatever it might be, underneath besides the wayfinding?
I can explore that option definitely.
Just a thought.
I can definitely. Like I said, we can tweak it. I'm gonna look to see if we can put, because I know the Trent DDA board liked the idea of having kind of arrows going to where different areas were. So I can definitely look and ask, hey, this one is same company originally, the Sign by Cranny. They're usually awesome and come up with great designs. So I can ask them, is there any way we can hook up some kind of sort of little banner for the summer festival, art festival, so on.
Yeah. And just for the record, I wasn't opposed to the digital sign. I just had questions that I needed to have a public conversation and have answers to, just for the record.
Nope. Yep. I know feedback. I know is mixed, but I want to make sure provide all options. Everyone's happy and likes. We want everyone to like the sign. Be enthusiastic of the sign.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Councilwoman Hornbeck.
Hi. I know we talked about it at the meeting, but did you have you had a chance to explore the idea of having it like, remember how it like almost like a triangle?
Yep. I'm going to explore that. There wasn't enough time to get with the sign company, but with the wayfinding and the angles, I will make sure we get the options. I have that written down, so I'll look to see if we can do that diagonal wayfinding, and then even an option to put up if there's a certain event going on as well. I'll make sure that's all explored.
Anything else? Okay. Councilman Kevin.
No,
Sorry. Okay, Councilwoman Bud Crooks.
Oh, am I next? Okay. I've looked at both options. I mean, what do you think is really going to serve the city better? What's going to really look better? I mean, the digital one seems to be more brighter. You can see the thing, what's going on better. Is there going to be somebody that's going to hook up different signs to this wooden sign? I'm just not sure about it for the money difference. I know it's a lot of money, but I guess I'm more in favor of the digital sign when I look at the whole long and short of it. I mean, it served our ice rink, the arena. It serves, it just looks better out in front of City Hall. We have a beautiful digital sign. Are we going to go backwards and do something wooden that we're going to have to maintain, repaint, redo, add stuff to it every week? I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer for me anyway. That's just my opinion, but I think the digital one would serve the city better.
No,
and I don't want to spend all the money. I mean, it's a lot of money,
Yeah.
and I'm not really like happy about it. But I like the way it's going to look better digitally than I would trying to maintain a wooden sign. You know, so that's just my opinion.
Yep, and so we kind of discussed this because there wasn't really opposed to a digital sign. It was more idea of like where to actually place it, and so there was a lot of ideas as maybe in the future we do a digital sign, but it might be out closer to Fort Street, you know, where more traffic is rather than just on West Jefferson. So I know in the future we're doing a lot of streetscape planning, so we can definitely still keep digital signs in mind, and maybe just not for this area, just wasn't
Was the
compatible.
Fort, would a Fort, where are you talking, like Fort and West Road or something?
Yeah, and
But-
anywhere we would plan that out, what would be the best, what would not interfere, because I know there's concerns about the illumination and distracting and stuff. So that's something we can
Yeah.
plan out a little bit on the longer term.
Yeah, you guys can
least
figure
it would
out
be
where
on the
you
phone.
need to go to
Yes.
direct people to the downtown. This is more for downtown Trenton.
Yes.
So it should be in the downtown area, I think.
Yes.
And, you know, that's, I don't know. You guys can figure that out, but I like the digital idea and I like it downtown. That's my idea.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Bendetti?
Just so it's not wood and it's aluminum, correct?
Yes, but the post will have like the basically what do you
Right,
call
but
it?
I mean,
A wood grain
everything's like
finish.
a metal structure with
Yeah,
it, correct?
it will give it a wood look, but it will be
Yeah.
a wood grained.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No, I
it's
just
an
wanted-
aluminum
I
tube
wanted to
with
make
wood
sure I
grain
was
finish.
reading that right with all that, okay.
Yes.
Councilwoman?
I just wanted to respond to Timber. I think having a digital sign somewhere for more information is a great idea. I don't think that's the place where we receive the most amount of traffic. I think if you're already downtown at that location, you're already in downtown Trenton.
Right, you're already coming into downtown,
No,
but
you're
you're
in
just,
downtown Trenton.
right,
So,
but you're displaying too what's going on in our downtown. This is our downtown. We have, you know, a lot of traffic coming down Jefferson from other cities, Gibraltar, Wyandotte, coming through Riverview. I mean, I just think, yeah, you are downtown, but it kind of focuses on everything downtown, and that is the DDA district, and I think it should be downtown. That's my opinion.
I think the sign should direct people downtown, not tell them that they're already there. I mean, I think it would just, with that amount of money, I think it would be better served with more viewers. I don't think we have the traffic at this point in our downtown to merit another digital sign. We have one at City
Maybe
Hall.
it would bring more traffic, who knows? And what, all the events that are going on downtown, and I don't know, you know, you got the whole new, you know, fire station that's going on, Weston Fort, you got all that going on, and I don't know, I think people know where downtown Trenton is. I just think we need some more excitement downtown. You know, you're doing all the murals down there, you're doing things down there, and
Yeah, so.
you know, I'd like to see a lot more done down there, and I know it's expensive, but my opinion is just like what I said. I mean, it's up to you guys, whatever, but you guys are the recommending body on the DDA, and we're the ones who have to authorize what you do and the money disbursement. So, you know, it's up to you guys, but I just think that something closer to downtown would be more exciting for them, for downtown. And all the restaurants that can advertise on, and people should be able to advertise what's going on in a weekly or monthly or daily, but, you know, in their businesses too. It'd be nice to see more, I mean, in other words, a metal sign, a wooden sign is gonna say one thing. Who's gonna go down there and maintain and throw up signs all around it, directing people? And I just think the digital one would be more informational. It would be aesthetically nicer. That's just my opinion, but, you know, it's the way things are moving, is digital, so. That's all I gotta say.
Any other questions, comments?
I have a
Thoughts on
comment.
the side? Councilwoman?
I really like this. It definitely fits in the downtown environment, and I think this one's one of the best ones. I really like it. But I would like to know, I know you may not be able to answer that now, and you did state earlier in regards to being able to add additional signage for events and things like that on there. Do they have any type of like magnetic signs?
I can definitely check to see. Like I said, Sign by Cranes, they're very good. They come up with amazing designs, and they very creative designs too, out of all the samples that I was able to get. I'm sure they can probably come up with some kind of idea. I don't know what it will be, if it's something simple as hooks, if it's magnets. However they'll figure it out, that's non-digital, because I know there was issues with the digital, but like I said, I'll definitely look into it, and I can definitely make sure an update so everyone knows if before signed that off, that what they were able to do.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Steve, I have one more question. What's your take on it? I mean, what's your preference?
I like both signs. I like the idea of the digital being informational. I do understand the concerns about, a lot of people are about the aesthetic and kind of keeping that stone and wood look there. And I think the great compromise is we can just do this nice sign with the wayfinding, and then we can plan for a nice digital sign, even maybe something we can invest even bigger that looks really nice. If you've been to some of the cities, sometimes they have really nice big digital signs that is like more traffic area, better situated, make sure we don't have any residents complaining or businesses complaining about, illumination and stuff. So I think there's a good compromise. We can still do a digital sign just down the road. But I do think both look great.
So you're going to want to do two signs then?
One not in the parking lot, just this will be the parking
No,
lot
I'm
one,
saying
and then
one somewhere else and
yes,
one for
yes. That's kind of the idea I got, that I felt like everyone was kind
That's a lot
of
of
happy
money.
with, where down the road when we do our streetscape, when we make our downtown look beautiful, update the pavers, the streets, the trees,
Well, that's
that'll
it.
be great.
That's
Great
what
idea.
really needs done, to
Yes.
be honest with you.
Yes.
With this money. I mean, there's so much money in the pot here. And I hate to say it, but I think sometimes when we spend money on fireworks and all this other stuff, when we really need pavers, we need benches, we need trash cans that look good, we need to spruce up the infrastructure of downtown before all the other extras. That's just my opinion on how money is spent. So you guys can figure it out, but I just had to say my my piece. That's it.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
I know Angelia's got a lot of great plans for the downtown area already in the works, the tree pits.
Yes.
Streetscaping, it's all in the works. There's a lot of great progress that's been made since Angelia came on board. So I think you'll be very pleasantly, maybe not surprised, but you'll be happy
No,
to see all the
I'm
updates
waiting
that are
for
coming.
it. I've suggested for years, I'm waiting for it, because I think the pavers, I mean, they're coming up out of the ground and people are falling. I've had residents say to me they've tripped 3 or 4 times in front of Elliott's Bakery. I mean, we don't want that. We want the infrastructure to be, consumer friendly, so people, are safe down there. So there's only so much money in the pot, and how we spend it is important to me. So, I mean, whatever works.
Almost every road and alley has been updated in the district.
No, I know that, but the sidewalks haven't. And we need, I think, more benches. We need more things. We need, I know, this is just my wish. That's all.
No, there's a lot of what you're saying is in the works, so I'm excited that you'll get to see it
Right.
soon.
That's the stuff we need to do, and I'm excited they're doing it.
I do have one more question, just out of curiosity. Is there plans in the future to have another sign right there off of Jefferson coming into Trenton?
From West Road, that intersection?
No,
Oh.
from
From the north. it's
from the
Signal.
north, yes.
From the north.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes,
just curious.
I'll help you with that.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Oh, fantastic.
$50,000 in your budget this year for all the other stuff that need to be updated,
Okay,
separate from this.
Okay,
Alright.
good.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Any last sign questions? All right, so we obviously can't vote on anything here, being a study session, so come meeting time, if there is consensus here, we'll just someone will have to make a motion to remove things from the table, and then bring up discussion from there, so. Last call. We'll go to public comment too, anyone wishing to speak, name, address, 5 minutes. Not seeing any. Get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
Supported for adjournment at 6:16. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.